It was a bright sunny day in the animal kingdom. Just another normal spring day. Birds chirping and all my neighbors scavenging for food or just enjoying the rays of the sun. I walked around feeling like a champion. Why, you ask? You know, being the fastest animal in the animal kingdom comes with those perks. Not to toot my own horn, but I just beat Mr. Fox yesterday, and he's pretty fast. He didn't stand a chance with me, though. He kept blaming it on his old age. He's only 2 years older than me. He's just making excuses. It has been a goal of mine to find some competition, someone to challenge me. I've never been pushed to my limits before. In every race we have, I have just been jogging to the end. Same with everything in my life. I have done it pretty fast. You know the quote, live life in the fast lane. That's pretty much my life motto. I run fast, I talk fast. Even in the morning, I get my morning routine done in less than a minute. I value efficiency and doing things fast. It gives me more time to do the things that I enjoy, napping and enjoying the rays of sunshine. I love napping. I get a lot of it, actually. I think it might be because I do everything so fast, I need more time to recover. Nothing bad about this. I actually enjoy how much sleep I get. I probably take about 3 naps throughout the day. Oh well, enough talking. It's almost lunchtime and I get to see my friends. As I walk to the wooden table, I notice another fellow sitting there. My friends, Mr. Fox, Miss Porcupine, and if it ain't Mr. Tortoise. You know, I've always had a love and hate relationship with Mr. Tortoise. He does everything so slow. Well, that's in his nature. I hung out with him once going out to the fields, and we barely made it back before sunset. I had to wait for him for almost an hour. It was driving me insane watching his slow steps. Well, other than his speed, he's a cool guy. Hey, hairy hair, guess what we got for you? You won't believe it, said Mr. Fox. What is it? You want to lose to me again? I said with a big old grin. Both Mr. Fox and Miss Porcupine staring at me trying to hold in their grin. What? Tell me, I exclaimed. Oh well, it's just Mr. Tortoise here tells us he wants to take you on in your little race challenge, said Mr. Fox. I burst out on the floor laughing and rolling in the dirt. Tears almost flowed out my eyes, as what they said told me humored me so much. I looked at Mr. Tortoise sitting there with a patient smile. You really want to race me? I said with sarcasm. Yes, everyone else has. I wanted to give it a shot too, said Mr. Tortoise. Okay, let's go where we usually race in front of Mr. Lizard's house with that long road. Meet me there in an hour, then we can race. They all agreed. We had another race set to win. I walked home to get clean for the race. I needed to look fresh before I beat Mr. Tortoise. I looked at myself in the mirror. Should I end the race fast or should I give Mr. Tortoise a chance? Maybe make it more eventful and create some suspense. I think I'll do that. Let's make it a race to watch. An hour had passed and I had met them in front of Mr. Lizard's house, where the long dirt road is. As usual, we had a timekeeper and 2 others to be at the end to hold the finish line. Mr. Fox and Miss Porcupine agreed to hold the finish line, and we had called over Mr. Owl to be the timekeeper. The rules: Mr. Owl will say go, and then whoever crosses to the finish line that me and Miss Porcupine are holding will win. Any questions? Explained Mr. Fox. We both understood and set our feet at the starting line as both of them walked to set up the finish line. You got this, Mr. Tortoise, I said with a big grin on my face. He smiled back, nodding. 3, 2, 1, go! Squealed Mr. Fox. I took off, one foot after another, just like any other race. I saw no sight of my competition behind me. How boring. I decided to stop and wait a few minutes for him to catch up. No sight of him still. This would be just like the last time we hung out. Should I just end the race or wait still? I saw this nice-looking brush of grass nearby. I hadn't taken my first nap of the day, which was unusual for me. I guess I'll take a nap while I wait for Mr. Tortoise to catch up. The brush is calling my name, I said out loud to no one. As I lay on the brush, it absorbed my body and conformed to me. Oh wow, this is comfortable. As my eyes got heavier and I sank into a deep nap. Who knows how much time passed by until I woke up from loud clamor. What was that noise? I got up as I got out of the brush and my heart sank. To my far right in the distance, I see Mr. Tortoise about 200 feet away from crossing the finish line. Mr. Fox, Miss Porcupine, and Mr. Owl all cheering him on. How could I let this happen? How long was I asleep for? I abruptly jumped out the brush and took off. I sprinted like I'd never before in any race. My heart was pounding, sweat beads forming on my fur. No, I lost. Mr. Tortoise crossed the line. I crossed the line about 2 seconds later, my hands on my knees trying to catch my breath. I look up and see Mr. Tortoise smiling. See? I told you I could give you a run for your money. As he lent out a helping hand to help me up. I guess you did, I smiled, and I grabbed his hand for assistance. It was surprising to me that it was Mr. Tortoise to be the one to challenge me, but I guess this is what I wanted in the first place, someone to challenge me and make me feel alive.